catch you if other stations calling you. So 7-3 for now and catch you further down. Bye-bye. Thank you. Oh, you're 5 and 9 plus 10. Sorry, 5 and 9 plus 10 into Ireland. Bye-bye, 7-3.
Irish station, go up to 235.
Henry 5, audible, Ocean Henry 5.
The Irish station, go up to 235, please. The Irish station, I hope you're following with me. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot, copy. Okay, nothing heard. Let me, is this frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use? Okay, nothing heard. QRZDX. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot calling. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. We're calling and standing by. QRZ. CQ on 20 meters. CQ on 20. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Fox. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida. We're calling and stand by. CQ, CQ, CQDX. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. We are calling and listening. QRZ. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I heard an Italian station, but I'm beaming towards the UK, so I'm not sure if it's the Italian station. Let me call one more time. QRZ, QRZ on 20, QRZ on 20 meter. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. This is Brussels calling and standby. Listening.
And the 37 meter.
Tango Alpha, QRZ on 20. Papa Delta 1, Golf Sierra, 5 and...
CQ on 20, CQ on 20, CQ on 20 meters. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot calling. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida calling and standing by. Over.
Sierra Papa, stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa.
Sierra Papa, stroke again.
Stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa.
Okay, Sierra Papa, stroke Mike Whiskey, Juliet Whiskey Papa. Thank you, John. I'll turn my beam towards the Sugar Papa QTH in a second. I've got the antenna pointed towards your country. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot, John. ON7 OFF. QTH is Brussels. Sierra Papa stroke Mike Whiskey Juliet 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa. ON7 OFF listening. Go ahead.
ON7 OFF. Nice to meet you on the band, my friend. The name inside, as you know, is John. I'm currently on vacation in southeast Poland, so Sierra Papa 8 region. QSL.
Yeah, QSL, okay. Yeah, I was supposed to turn the beam towards the UK to hear UK stations. Now I have to turn it the other way, mate. So I'll turn the beam right away. I need to quickly do it, but I need to have a visual view on my antenna. Having a little bit of a problem with my cabling to the rotor. So let me turn the beam while I'm speaking. Nice to meet you, John. The name here is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. K-U-R-T, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. Okay, I have the beam towards towards you, so it should be okay. Okay, so how do you copy there, John? Over.
Solid 5-7, absolutely no problem whatsoever. I probably drove past your front door 2 days ago on the drive to Poland. We went through just a bit.
Yeah, QSL, you're very close to my ground floor, John. I'm not sure. Are you mobile at the moment, John, or are you somewhere in a field, or what's going on? Over.
No, I'm sat on the balcony of the house. The weather isn't very good, and I'm only using a fishing pole antenna, 6-meter fishing pole with a 10-meter counterpoint. So I'll copy. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Any success reaching the home country? Over.
I've only just got up. We just arrived yesterday, so I've only just within the last hour set up. So I haven't tried yet. Over.
Yeah, okay, QSL. I was just wondering if you got into the UK already, into Wales. But yeah, it's always interesting when you travel around and you can operate from another QTH there for sure. Always interesting to do that. But yeah, it sounds great. It's up and down, but that's because of the sporadic E propagation we have. I think you are aware that we have sporadic E all the time. And sporadic E is just, bouncing on and off, and it might just be very unpredictable how the propagation behaves. In a fraction of a second, it just can fade away, or it just can get so strong that my meter is bending, HI. Yeah, I'm located close to Brussels, John, so I'm not so far away from Brussels here. It's about half an hour drive when there is no traffic jam to the city center from my humble location here. Sierra Papa Stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa from Oscar November 7 Oscar Fox. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, Orange 7, that's no problem at all. Yeah, I was driving on the Brussels Ring Road on Friday on the way to Poland. So yeah, it's reasonably nice weather as well. Okay, well, thank you for answering the call. The situation this side is the fishing pole antenna and an ST847 currently set on full power, which is around about 100 watts. To yourself.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's doing the job. I'm working with a very weird setup. I am using a Hermes Lite. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the open source radio. It's the Hermes Lite 2, which is a radio that is very, very cheap. The retail price, or the price to get it to my doorstep, is only 332 euros. And the size is not bigger than your hand palm, so it's very, very small. So it's about 2 packets of cigarettes stacked next to each other, and it's a full capable SDR radio, which is beating a lot of SDR radios around there. It's made around a processor that they have been using for ages now in Wi-Fi routers and network routers. And they built the radio around that particular processor. So it's a full open source hardware and software radio. I've got some amplification here. I got the Micro PA50 in line, and I'm running around about 300 watts here at the moment. I don't think I need more power at the moment as we speak, as the propagation is very good. No need to push more. If you're not familiar, you can check it out. I have it on my QRZ page, John. Sugar Papa Stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa. Oh, by the way, you're 5 and 9 to 5 and 7. It just drops down and it just picks up as the propagation goes there, John. And just the antenna. That's something I always forget to mention. It's a 2-element cubicle quad. Back to you there, John. Over.
Well, it sounds like a nice setup. I'll definitely look into the radio. At home, I've been experimenting with the ESSB system. It's okay. It's quite fun to use. Only 3 or 5 watts, but very fun to use. So I don't know if you've seen the ESSB radio.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, okay. What is your power at the moment with that antenna? Over.
The radio is on full power, so 150, 890.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, that's doing the job, mate. That's working really fine. I'm running, yeah, as I told you, about 300-400 watts at the moment, so get a little bit more power than you, but I think it's not making a big difference. Okay, I'll see who is around. I thought I had the antenna pointed towards the UK, and I wanted to talk to the UK, but luckily you are my God saver, because you're the UK man in Sugar Papa in Poland. I hope you're having a good holidays. Just wanted to know how long you're about there to stay, Clark, because you just arrived. Is it for the rest of the month, or just a couple of days? Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, we'll be here until the 1st of September. So, yeah, another 3.5 weeks or so of them.
Okay, QSL. Maybe you have a XYL from there, or just plain holidays? Over. I'm not sure if you got my last message. I was wondering if maybe you are there because of XYL reasons, because of the ladies of the house, or maybe it's just plain holidays to Poland, because it's not a famous destination. Over.
Yeah, Roger, you've gone right. Your signal has dropped to a 3x2, so it's very, very difficult. So say 7-3s while I still got you there, but thank you for answering the call. Sierra Papa 8, Mike Whiskey 0, Juliet Whiskey Papa, that's 7-3s.
73s there, Clark. Thanks for coming back to the call, and hopefully we can make the QSO from your home QTH somewhere in the future. So pleased to meet you. Thanks for calling, and stay safe. God bless you. Stay there in Poland. Just enjoy your holidays. Sugar Papa stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa from ON7OFF. Over.
Roger, ON7OFF. Your signal bounced back up to 5x9 then. So the sporadic E is it's not very helpful at times, is it? Press 7-3, Kurt. MW0JW2. Bye bye.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable with the sporadic key, John. We cannot help it. It just is inherent to the sporadic E propagation during the summertime. That it just can fade away very quickly and come back very quickly. So it's very unpredictable with the sporadic key. But yeah, that's one negative thing about sporadic key. It can be fun, but it can be quite frustrating when the signals are fading quickly and coming back again. It breaks the QSO sometimes. Take care. God bless you. Stay safe. I did a recording because I'm doing a live stream. So if you want to listen back to your audio, you can do so, John. No problems at all. Sugar Papa stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa Oscar November 7 Oscar Fox Fox. God bless you. Stay safe.
Thank you very much, Kurt. Very nice of you to answer the call. And back 7-3 from Southeast Poland. Sugar Papa stroke Mike Whiskey 0 Juliet Whiskey Papa 7-3. Bye bye.
73s. You have fun and good DX. Bye bye.
Mike India 0 Alpha India Hotel.
Alpha India Hotel. Can you complete the call, sir?
Roger, it's Mike India 0 Alpha India Hotel, and you're 5'9 plus 20. Very strong. Over.
Yes, and I have you on the back of the beam, so I should turn the beam, David. How you doing, mate? I'm gonna turn the beam towards you. I thought I had the antenna pointed to the UK, but I need to have a visual. I've got a little issue with my rotor since a week or two. I think the moisture must have gone into the cable, so I am going to. I will have to eventually take care of that shortly. Let me turn the beam towards you, David. It will be in your direction shortly, so it takes a little while. It's a little bit slower than normal, so but eventually I'll get to it. Yeah, I should be almost pointing towards the UK. There you are. I think we've got it right now. Should be a little bit better. There you go. David, how you doing? Mike India 0 Alpha India Hotel. This is Oscar, November 7, Oscar, Foxtrot. Foxtrot, just give me a little signal report. I'll do the same on your next over.
Oscar, November 7, Oscar, Fox. You're very strong. You're 5'9 plus 30. 5'9 plus 30, loud and clear. Nice, mellow BBC quality audio. Over.
Yeah, QSL, that's nice that you tell me that the audio sounds good. I'm actually, trying to figure out how things work and if I can get the radio working correctly. I'm using an experimental one, what we call the open source radio. If you're not familiar with it, you should check it out, David. It's the Hermes Lite 2. It's a pocket-sized radio for HF. It is a QRP pocket-sized radio. It's not bigger than 2 packets of cigarettes stacked to each next to each other. So it's very small, and it's totally SDR controlled. But you can do so many things with it. It's just absolutely insane. The name here is Kurt, David, K-U-R-T. You're also 25 up to 30 dB into the red. Over.
Roger that. I'm running 100 watts into a 6-band Yagi on a tower at 26 meters high and a CLMS in this band, Kurt, over.
Yeah, QSL. What is a radio you said?
FTDX10 by ESSB, Roger.
Yeah, okay, QSL, yeah. Are you familiar with the Hermes Lite, the one that I'm using? Over?
I think I've seen them before. They're not too big. It wouldn't suit me at all, Kurt, because my hands are very big, over.
Yeah, it's actually just a box. You cannot figure out it's a radio. It is a 5-watt output, but it doesn't look like a radio. It even doesn't have a microphone input, so it's all through the computer that you can arrange the input of the radio. So it's kind of interesting. It's very experimental, but it got out of control. I think it starts to become more and more popular. More and more people are trying to work with this radio. It's completely controlled through the computer, completely controlled through the software. I got some more details on my QRZ page there, David. So it can do ESSB, something I've been dreaming about since a long time. But I don't want to spend thousands of euros on an SDR capable radio, so I wanted to go through this route. And also because it's very anonymous, you could eventually take it, travel around with it. Nobody will even know it's a TX. It's a transceiver, because even me, when I saw it for the first time, I didn't. It doesn't look like a radio. It does look more like an SDR receiver. But there you go. 5.9 plus 10, 20 dB, David. You're coming in so good that you sound like you're sitting right next to me, sir. Back to you.
Likewise, Dave. What power are you using at the moment there, Kurt? Are you using 5 watts at the moment, over?
No. I have 2 amplifiers in line. I got the Micro PA50, which is also a very low priced HF amplifier. It goes from 3.5 up to 28 I think it's 28.5 or 29. Actually, I get it working up to 29 megahertz. It brings up the 5-watt power to about 30. But right now I'm just using it at the minimum power. I'm actually driving my Micro PA to the minimum drive I can do. I have maybe like 100, maybe 200 milliwatts going to the Micro PA. And then the output that I get is about 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 whiskeys maximum. I see some peaks of 10 whiskeys. And I have the OM Power 2000 Plus in line, and he is driving the radio to about 200-300 watts. So this is actually, now I'm at the minimum. This is the minimum. I was not at the minimum, but now I'm at the minimum. I have about 200-300 watts on drive with the OM Power in line. So very, very low power output from the radio, very low power output from the PA. The first one, and then I've got the OM Power doing the big thing. The antenna is a 2-element cubical quad, David. Back to you, over.
Roger, working very well indeed, yes, the cubical quad, and that dream antennas I have. But when you're operating there, the first power level you're on, you're peaking 40 over on the peak. When you drop down your power, you're still 25, a good 25 over 9, so everything's working very well. Anyway, Kurt, thank you very much for the QSO and the report. I wish you good luck. I look forward to the next QSO, Roger.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I can, if you want. I'm doing a live stream, by the way, David. If you want to listen to your own voice, you can do so. I'm doing a live stream as we speak, mate. So if you tune into my live stream, I've got it linked on the QRZ.com page as well. So if you type in my call sign in QRZ.com, the very first picture will be the live stream itself. You just have to click it to engage the live stream. Yeah, I could. Let me just do a test here, if you don't mind. So I've got the power settings at the minimum level. I'm going to 50%. So this is now 50%. and I'll go to 100. So this is 100%. Okay. So I'm not sure if you see any difference. I'm turning it back to 50%. This is 50. And now I'm turning it back to 0. So I've got 0 drive. I still have 200 watts. So it's doing the job. Over.
So 0, I give you 25/9 on 100%, as you call it. You're actually picking almost 40 over, Roger.
Yeah, okay, QSL. No need to actually get, more power. I'm doing a bandwidth of about more or less 3.2 kilohertz on bandwidth on the transmit. So I'm not sure if you are capable of receiving that wide. But yeah, I see there is not much of a traffic on the band. If I see that the traffic becomes more, I'm gonna, bring back the bandwidth. Let me just do it on the fly, because this is so unbelievably possible that you can do this on the fly. I'm going from 3.3 kilohertz, and this is 3.1 kilohertz wide. So you just have to tell me if you hear any difference on the audio. Now I'm going to 2.900 kilohertz. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now I'm at 2.9 kilohertz wide. Do you hear any difference in the audio, David? Over.
No difference in the audio, but there's difference in your signal strength. You went from 25 over to 40 over when you went down to 2.9, Roger.
Yeah, okay. So I guess it's like a light beam, you just push more power into a smaller bandwidth. So maybe it has to do with propagation. Maybe it has to do with the bandwidth settings. Let me just go back again to 3.4 just for a test. I'll say on the count of 3 I'll have it on 3.4. So 1, 2, 3, and this is 3.4 kilohertz. And I'll go back to 2.9. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is 2.9. You see, it's just absolutely insane that you can change this profile and these settings on the fly, which I think many of the modern radios are not capable of doing. Over.
Surprised not. I'm sitting in 2.7 kilohertz. That is my bandwidth is there at the moment. Over.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go to 2.7. So I've got 2.9. At the count of 3, I'll be at 2.7. So 1, 2, 3. This is 2.7 kilohertz now, and I'll just quickly go to 2.4, which is very sharp. So I think my audio is going to sharpen a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm at 2.4 kilohertz. I'm not sure if you see any difference. I'll go back to 2.9, 2900, 1, 2, 3. There you go. I got 2.9. Yeah, interesting experiment. HI, go ahead, David. Over.
Roger that. Well, Kurt, you already did sharpen slightly, but not too bad. It's still okay. Better than most stations I hear on. But your first setting when we first spoke was very good indeed. Over.
Yeah. Okay. I think the soft spot is around 3.1, something like that. I think that's about the best. The best settings, I think. So without, I'm back in on 3.1 without disturbing too much of the agent frequencies, because that's something I want to avoid. But I always keep an eye on the band. If the band is busy, I'm not going to go wide. If the band is not busy, I might just go a little bit wider just for fun. And if the agent station is capable of receiving a little bit wider, they can enjoy also the audio quality. So yeah, anyway, it's kind of interesting, isn't it, that you can control that radio so much. I got David there. Roy? Okay, yeah, Roy, I'm running an amp. I'm using 2 amplifiers. Yeah, I'm on the live stream. I'm just looking at the comments that I get in here while I'm doing the live stream. Back to there, David. Mike India 0 Alpha India Hotel from ON7 OFF, over.
ON7 OFF. Okay, Colonel, copy there. I'm sure the stations there are not going to have a QSO with these, but thank you for the instruction there and the experiment. Everything worked very well, and I wish you best 73, and enjoy your new radio. Over.
Yeah, okay, QSL. I see also from the Philippines, Mr. Bara. I hope I can talk with the Philippines, because the propagation isn't good. So yeah, Philippines is not an easy QTH to work from my location. And my brother, his wife is from the Philippines, so he's always asking me, did you speak to the Philippines? Did you talk to the Philippines? So yeah, I'll see if the gentleman from the Philippines in the live stream is coming back to us. Take care. Pleasure is all mine. You have a fantastic day. It's great to make the acquaintance, and I would say enjoy the DX, and hopefully we can contact you soon again there, my friend David. Mike India 0 Alpha India Hotel from Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. You take care and keep up the good work, mate. Over.
Lovely, Kurt. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, David. Thank you. Bye-bye. Any other station? This is Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot here in Brussels.
November 7 Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot ON7 OFF. I copy Mike 3 India Bravo Mike.
Okay, I got one French station, I think it was, and I got Mike 3 India Bravo Mike, so I'm going to take the QRP. Go ahead, Charles, and then I will go to the French station. La station française, je vais revenir avec vous directement. Go ahead, Charles. Mike 3 India Bravo Mike from ON7 OFF. Over.
Oscar, November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. A very good afternoon. You got the name Charles, and I'm located in Greenock. And you're a beautiful 5x9, 59 coming into the town of Greenock today. ON7, Oscar Fox Fox, Mike 3, IBM. Over.
Yeah, QSL, thank you very much, Charles. I think you're also 3.1 wide. I'm not sure what is your bandwidth with your transceiver, but pleased to meet you. The name here is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, KURT, and the QTH is just down south of Brussels. We're very close to the capital of Brussels there, mate. Fine business, fine signal as well. You can see it on the live stream if you're following along, Charles. Go ahead.
No, I'm not watching the live stream, Kurt. I'm not watching the live stream. On wideband, over.
Yeah, okay, QSL. What is the bandwidth you're at right now? Is it 3.1 kilohertz? Over?
I don't know what the bandwidth is. I'm just... I have wideband, midband, and narrowband on. I'm using the ICOM IC7400, Kurt. Over.
Yeah, well, it works fine, mate. I tell you, the 7300 is one of my favorite radios, but I never bought one. I am like a little bit somebody who tries to try with other stuff. So I know it smells like cookies, like biscuits, like chocolates. The 7300. So it's been a very popular radio. And they have indeed made a very good, how could I say, audio interface to it. So it really works very well for most of the people. And I can tell you, it sounds absolutely insanely well, Charles. I love the audio quality that they can produce with the 7300s. I'm using the Hermes Lite 2 small pocket radio, which is the size of 2 packets of cigarettes stacked next to each other, and running about 200 watts into a 2-element cubicle quad. Back to you there, Charles. Mike 3 India Bravo Mike from ON7 OFF. Over.
Oscar November 7, Foxtrot, Mike 3 India Bravo Mike. You're coming. Well, I'm using the IC7400 cut, not the 7300, the 7400. The microphone here is an Adonis Alpha Mic 308, and my antenna here is a magnetic loop antenna from MFJ, and the model number is 1786 cut. You're doing an absolutely fabulous job here today, but I won't hold it with you, Kurt. I know you've got a French station waiting to have a QSO with you. So many thanks for the contact. Many thanks for the QSO. Best 7-3s, kind regards to you and yours, and I hope to catch you further down the log. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. This is Mike 3, India Bravo Mike. Now, wishing you all the best and good luck and stay safe, Kurt. This is Mike 3, India, Bravo Mike, now signing clear with Oscar, November 7, Oscar, Foxtrot. 73, Kurt, all the best, bye-bye.
Yeah, 73s there, Charles. I hope we can meet each other on other bands. Maybe you are also active on 80 and 40 meter. So winter time is for me the moment that I will be active around these bands. Summertime, I stick to the upper section of the HF band. But yeah, I hope to meet you over there as well. Thanks, and Charles, keep up the good work. It's working absolutely fantastic for you. 17 OFF, clear with Mike 3, India Bravo. Mike, I'll take the French station. 73s, bye-bye.
73, bye-bye.
La station française, vas-y. Okay, the French station, go ahead, over. Okay, negative copy. Let me see, do I have Echo India 2, India Papa on there? Echo India 2, Robbie, are you on the side, mate? Over.
Yeah, how you doing, Kurt? Let me see. I'm just running 100 watts here. Just running 100 watts. How are you doing, over?
Yeah, how you doing? I just opened the bandwidth a little bit. I know you are, thanks, yeah, you're also using the Sun SDR. Yeah, that's a little bit more expensive than my Hermes Lite, mate. Over.
Business. One sec, sorry about that now. One sec. Yeah, there you go. That might sound a little better. Okay. Yeah, fine business, Kurt. Yeah, no problem. I know the Hermes. I don't have one, but I know of it all right, yeah. And I'm a member of the Facebook group. I use it there quite a bit. Just having a listen about the activity there about the Hermes. So it's good to see you have an introduction into the world of full SDR. Kurt, how are you finding it, over?
Okay, let me open the bandwidth as well. I opened to 4K. What is your bandwidth right now, Robbie, over?
Well, I'm on 4K. I probably shouldn't be using it, but I'm using 4K at the moment, over.
Oh, come on, we can do it. I think nobody will bother. The band is not too busy, so I opened to 4K as well. I really wonder how it sounds on 4K. It's the first time I'm doing ESSB, you know, with this radio. I have always been listening to these guys on 80 meter doing 4K. You know, HEB, Mike 0, Echo Juliet Bravo, ABG, sorry, ABG. And I've always been like a dog salivating because I hear this audio and I was like, wow, I want to be able to do that. And I couldn't do that with my TS480, Robbie. So it's it's fun to have a little bit of a beautiful audio quality and a rich audio. I don't know how it sounds. I try to have this audio quality here. Let me know how it sounds. I can tune to a different profiles. Maybe we should do it on other bands, but I'm just excited to just go for once in my life high bandwidth, over.
Yeah, fine business, Kurt. Yeah, no problem. Well, I'm recording at the moment, so I can send you a link to the QSO after this, and you can have a listen to what it sounds like, and it sounds absolutely sweet, really, really nice, very nice and full audio, Kurt. So you'd be very nicely surprised to hear what it sounds like, over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward. You can send me eventually the audio or the video or the recording. I just want to know how it sounds. Let me just very quickly, just for the sake of testing, go to 6K. Just one transmission, 6K, 1, 2, 3. This is 6K. And I'll go back to so what this is the 6K. I'll go back to 3K or the 3.1K, which is supposed to be the maximum bandwidth people use here. So one moment, 1, 2. No, I need to delete. Come on, okay. I to push on the right buttons, of course. 3, 1, 0, 0. There you go. So I'm back to 3.1K. Yeah, I've got a few profiles here, but I should do this maybe on other bands like 80 meter. I know these guys, they are on 80 meter and they can discuss for hours about audio quality and all that kind of stuff. I have different profiles. I'm using profile number 2. Let me just switch very quickly to profile number 1. And yeah, this is profile number 1, and yeah, I switched back to 8K actually. So let me just go back. Yeah, that's I don't know if profile 1 or profile 2 is better. You just yeah, tell me. But I think it's more for people who are really into audio, you know. So it's kind of interesting, Robbie. But hey, thank you for coming on here and letting me know. So how long have you been on with that Sun SDR? Over?
Oh, I've been using the Sun SDR for a long time. I'd say I probably have it over a year now. I used to use it initially for 8 meters. It has 8 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters, 4 meters, and 2 meters. So it's got quite an amount of bands there, Kurt, and I was using it quite a bit during the winter months last winter for 8 meters, working a lot of North America, Caribbean, South Africa and stuff like that on the 8 meter band. But it's my main rig here at the moment, and I find it great. I can't really fault it. It just works. It works really, really well, and I do like the full. I kind of came from the SDR console concept. I really like the likes of SDR console. I had that on the 7300, and you know, I always wanted to keep to maintain the big screen effect.
Hello, George.
And
pleasure is all mine, mate.
That's why I went for the Sun. I thought about the Anon as well, but the Sun was better for me because I had the additional bands, Kurt. So that's why I got that, and it seems to be working really well for me. I can't complain, and I probably would never go back to a button radio again. I had the FTDX 101 D for about 2 months, and I got rid of it after about 2 months. I sold it. It just wasn't for me, and the scope and stuff like that was a bit of a gimmick. Whereas I think having it here on a large 32-inch monitor is just fantastic. Kurt, over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, it's a change, isn't it? Are you using also the Teti software, or what is the software you're using with the? I don't think the Teti software is compatible with the Sun SDR. So is it like a proprietary software that is delivered together with the Sun SDR? I think so, isn't it? Over.
Yeah, it is correct. It's the Expert EESDR software. So it's the software supplied by Expert, who manufacture the Sun radio. Yeah, so it's Expert Audio, and they release 2 major updates every year. So I'm on version 3 at the moment. Version 2 at the moment. And I can go to version 3 as well. And there's some new features coming out as well, I think in September, with a built-in CW keyer and all that kind of stuff. So there's some nice stuff coming down the line. But as I said, it works really well for me, and I wanted it for the additional bands and just having the functionality of having it on the large screen. And the remote side of it is unbelievable as well. There's a remote client for this, and it's like as if you're beside the radio. You could do the full remote. There's a remote application for it as well. So I'm pretty happy. I was looking at the Hermes. It doesn't have 6 meters, and I know it runs 10 watts as well, and you'd have to get a second amplifier and stuff like that. So, but it's a nice radio. It's a great radio to get into SDR. Anybody that wants to dip their toes in SDR radio, the Hermes is absolutely fantastic. It's very popular. A lot of people are using it, so you're having a bit of fun with it there, Kurt. Over.
Yeah, it's a steep learning curve. Echo India 2 India Papa Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot. It's all because of John. You know John. Everybody knows John in Ireland. Oscar November 8 Echo India. But I was looking into the radio before I knew John was using one. But then I spoke with John, and he said, "Yeah, I've got the Hermes Lite." And I said, "Okay, how does it sound?" Because actually, I didn't know anybody with the Hermes Lite working the Hermes Lite in my area. But Yeah, it's a steep learning curve. I had some issues for about a week and a half. The first week was very awful. I even had sleepless nights because I was wondering what was going on, if it was a hardware issue. But the main issue I was confronted with was not related to the Hermes itself. It was related to a network issue. I figured out after a week and a half, by the help of November 8, Sugar Delta Romeo, that the laptop by default does have throttling enabled on the network. So the problem, I was having some throttling, and the Hermes Lite is very network bandwidth intensive. So it takes a lot of bandwidth. It requires about 45 megabits of bandwidth between when it talks to the Hermes Lite. And I was having some throttling, so I had some dropouts and some clipping in the audio, also in receive. I'm using the VAC, so virtual audio control or virtual audio cables, to actually route the audio to the radio and back and forth. And I think it just brings the audio back and forth a few times between the Hermes and the software, because at different stages in the entire transmission chain, there's a couple of equalizers that are completely fully controllable through the software. And it took me a while to actually, first of all, I thought it was a faulty Hermes Lite, but finally I figured it out. It has to do with that throttling that's going on, and now it seems to do the job. It is not, it's not easy. It's not an easy radio. But I think in the long term, they should actually work on, and maybe a stripped down version of the Thetis that is stripped down, so it's plug and play. You have the Thetis, I would say Thetis Lite, and then you could eventually just plug and play it, and it would work like a normal standard radio. That's, I think, my opinion. But yeah, once I got the registry updated in my Windows, restarted the Windows, it just went away. All the troubles went away, and that's where the wonders of SDR radio just came alive for me. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm actually using the Hermes Lite with a micro PA amplifier, the micro PA 50. You can buy these on AliExpress. It's 160 euros that I bought this one. The Hermes for me was 332 euros. So for a total price of 500 euros, you get about 50 watts of output, and you get all the whistles and the bells that you have with the SDR radio. And I had my, I have my OM power, so I got that one in line as well. But I'm running about 200 watts, more or less 200 watts at the moment, with the drive turned to the minimum. So I cannot go lower in power if I have my amplifier in line. So that's the story over here. But yeah, it opens the world to SDR world, and it's interesting. It's completely different from a traditional radio. But you know what is very remarkable, of course, is a receive. I have no hiss sound. It's like listening to, I would say, like a normal standard FM radio, without having the hiss of the the ground floor noise. Robbie, back to you. Echo India 2 India Papa ON7 OFF. Over.
ON7 OFF. Echo India 2 India Papa. Yeah, fine business. Kurt, yeah, I found that with the ICOM, and I probably would call it noise fatigue, particularly if you're listening on headphones, where you have that background hiss, even though the station is very strong, you're still hearing a certain amount of noise in the background, and I found that particularly with the ICOM. The 7610, that if you're using the radio for quite a bit, you kind of get this noise fatigue where you're actually listening to noise as well as listening to the station you're speaking to. There's a lot more features and functionality on the Sun for limiting that as well. So I don't find that, or I don't get that now with the Sun SDR radio. I can pull things back. The receiver seems to be very hot on the Sun, but it's easy to bring it back, and it's easy to tailor it to and refine it. Whereas I didn't have I didn't really have that capability with the ICOM. That's just a personal opinion, but fine business. But the Hermes is good, as I said, if you want to get an introduction into SDR radio. But I mean, once you had your problem sorted out, you're up and running quite quickly. I presume, Kurt, you know, a lot of that stuff wasn't necessarily Hermes related problems. There were problems with your laptop and getting your laptop in a state or getting it prepared that you can connect it onto the Hermes radio. So it's you know, it's a bit of a learning curve, but I think that's pretty good as well. You know, we just don't want something that you can plug into the wall, switch it on, and it works. You know, you need to have a bit of a challenge as well. I have a separate LAN connector here on this particular radio, so I'm not. My Sun SDR is not on my home broadband. It's a dedicated LAN connection into the back of the PC, so there's no throttling, there's no limitations, there's no other traffic on the network. It's just a dedicated link into network link into the back of the PC. So I just got a second network card for the PC, 1 gigabyte, and I have no issues at all with performance. Running it on multiple screens as well here. You know, it's great to spot weak signals. Great to see any weak activity on the screen there. You'll be able to spot it quite easy. Whereas I found with the Yaesu 101, the scope was absolutely unusable there. I found it, I just didn't like it at all. So it wasn't for me. But again, other people may have different opinions on that. But yeah, well, look, good to see you're using it. And I don't have the VC software here. I used, as I said, the expert software, which is dedicated for the Sun radio. And it seems to work quite well. It's got all the gimmicks and all the features there as well. So I'm recording this. I'll stick it up. I'll send you a link, and you can have a listen to it, Kurt, and you can see what you think yourself. I more or less kicked off the recording there at the start of the contact, so you'll have a good listen to how you sound like over here in Ireland. I won't keep it too long. I thought I'd say a quick hello and welcome to, as I said, to the world of SDR radio. N70FFEI 2IP, over.
Yeah, okay. I just widened the bandwidth again to 4.0K, so exactly the same bandwidth in TX as yourself. And yeah, it's very interesting. I still need to get used a little bit to the Tethys software, but it looks intriguing when you start with the Tethys software in the beginning, because there's so many things you can tweak, and it takes really an awful lot of time to know which button is doing what, and yeah, it just compensates when you spend time with it by the learning curve that is quite steep. But yeah, it just takes time, and it is quite remarkable because the possibilities are almost endless. So it's like programming the chips in a Yaesu radio that you're doing through the software. So I just told my brother, because my brother is also a little bit interested in radios. I tell him this radio is like you know, you got a nice Yaesu or a Kenwood, but all these chips that are in there to do the audio processing and all that kind of stuff, well, you have it in the software here. You need to control it. You need to configure it, and that's basically it. So it's a radio that is completely controllable through the software, and you have open source to all the chips that you normally don't have open source access to in a normal traditional Yaesu or Kenwood radio or ICOM radio. So it gives you a lot of tweaking that can be done. Okay, thank you very much, Robbie. It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance and see you here on 20 meters. Last time we spoke was, oh my gosh, it's almost 3 years ago. It was on 80 meters. So it's good to have caught up with you a little bit and have you here and doing the test here with the wide bandwidth. You know, it's interesting for me as well also to hear, because I try to listen to myself to my TS480, but I cannot listen wideband. So it's going to be very interesting to listen to your recording. 73's Robbie, thank you very much coming back to the call. I wish you a very good day to you. Enjoy the DX, and yeah, very pleased to meet you here. I'm looking forward to hear you one of these evenings on 80 meter where all these ESSB guys, they come together and have fun. Echo India 2 India Papa, ON7 OFF. I'll wave on the camera as well, mate. Over.
Yeah, thanks a million, Kurt. I've actually gone to what I call the DX audio. It's my DX setting. It's really, really tight. It's 200 hertz low and about 2,800 hertz high. So that's the audio I'd use for pile-ups and stuff like that. So you'll notice the difference is unbelievable, Kurt. So and it's not great for rag chew, but it's great for busting pile-ups. I'll just go back again to the normal one. So that's what I just used for maybe rag chewing or general chit chat on the radio, which is a little bit easier on the ears. So you can see the difference there is quite dramatic. Okay, Kurt, have a great day. We've got a public holiday here in Ireland, so no work today, which is great. We've had a long weekend, and so I've been just listening on the radio for the last hour or so, and I'll give a quick tune up to the high bands, see if there's anyone up on 10 meters. Stay safe and keep up the good work there on these YouTube streaming. ON7 OFFE I2IP. Thanks again, and we'll see you on another frequency, another band, Kurt. Over.
Yeah, QSL. ESSB for me, it's like going with your friends to the bar and talking with them. This is how I look at it. It's like, you're hanging with your arm on the bar with the drink right in front of you, and you're talking with each other without the music of the bar turned on, and that's ESSB. So it's more like, how could I say, more like a social happening, HI on the band, on the radio. 73s, good luck and take care. Thank you very much, Robbie. I really appreciate coming back to me, mate. Great to have you on here as well on the live stream. Echo India 2 India Papa, Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. I'll also go back in, so I have 3.1 kilohertz now. Let me just one more time go to 4, just for the people who are maybe listening. That's 4, voila, there you go. On the fly, can change it on the fly. That is remarkable. I'll go back to 3.1. 73s, take care, God bless you, stay safe.
See you, Kurt. Have a great day, and I'll send you a link to the recording. You have plenty of callers there in the background as well. EI2IP clear, and I'll QSY the band. Bye-bye.
73s, good luck, bye-bye, take care. ON7 OFF clear, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
ON7 OFF, LA5ZO, LA5 Zulu Oscar calling.
LI5 Zulu Oscar, go ahead, Gear. In Norway, I should turn the beam towards you. I got you on the side of the beam, mate, go ahead.
Yeah, Oscar Nancy 7, Oscar Fox Fox, LA5ZO. Yeah, very good afternoon to you, Kurt, and thanks for coming back. Good signal here. You've been a bit in and out, but most in. That means around S8, S9. So you're sounding fine there. You have the name right, Geir, Golf Echo India Radio. I'm in the south of Norway at Lista, Lista. Running the same radio as yourself, but with the plus at the end, Hermes Lite 2 Plus with the companion board. And I'm just using a Heil microphone. It used to be on a Heil headset. It's a HC6 capsule connected straight to the radio. But I've tweaked the transmit equalizer a little bit, so I guess it sounds okay. I've got the low cut about 60 and the high cut at 3 kilohertz. Back to you, ON70FF LA5ZO.
Yeah, QSL, yes, QSL. Very, very good. Very happy to hear somebody else with a Hermes there, Gear. and I am particularly interested in the companion board because I was wondering if I could speak with someone using the companion board, and it's like an angel falling out of the sky that will be able to answer my questions, Gear. Thank you very much. Yeah, I contacted, I think it was Bob who is making these companion boards for the Hermes Lite 2. And I was wondering, do you need to upgrade the firmware of the Hermes as well? And is it difficult to do? That is a question that I have. And I asked a question to him, but he didn't answer. I was wondering if the equalizer is still functional, or it will disable the equalizer. You need to have external equalizer gear if you want to do and tweak your audio. That was one of the questions. These are two main questions that I had, Gear. Lima India 5 Zulu Oscar, Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot, over.
Yeah, 170 FF Lima Alpha 5 Zulu Oscar. Okay, fine, Kurt. I'm using not the latest companion board. The one I have is the one called 3.3. It's the one, the previous companion board. And yes, you have to do a slight modification. You have to remove. With this one, I think probably the same with version 4. I don't know, but you have to remove a small coil.
Yeah.
To change the power. I mean, in the voltage that drives the board. So, but that was done with a small plier. In my case, you could well, if you're very good to remove. You know, these small parts with a soldering iron, all the best of luck. I'm not, so I used just a pair of tweeters and crushed it. So, and you also have to use or to change the firmware or the gateway as it's called. But there is a good description of how to do that on the internet. I used I can't remember. I used different software to do that, which allows you to change the firmware or the gateway or gateware, I think it's called. And if you're not, well, if you're into the Facebook group Hermes Lite 2 Plus, you could always ask either Taka, that Japanese guy who does the gateway, or Bob. So I'm sure they'll be happy to guide you. Well, I'm not using VAC 1 or 2 at all. The microphone is connected straight into the companion board. So is my earphones and also the external speaker. And I'm also a keen CW operator, and it's got a built-in CW keyer, so I can connect my paddle or just any key to it, and away you go. So the HL2 is also a very nice CW rig, as it got very good filters and narrow filters and so on. So I hope that answers your question, or did I leave something out of your questions there, Kurt? ON70 OFF LA5ZO.
Yeah, QSL LI 5 Zulu Oscar ON7 OFF QSL there. Yeah, well, yeah, you answered my questions. The only thing I was wondering, the equalizers that at different stages are still, working, right? Even if you have the companion board installed. I have it back ordered, so it there is a new production that will start, I think, in a week or so, maybe a week or two. And I am going to install the companion board because I get some, the thing is you need a very powerful computer to avoid VAC under runs and overruns, and you get drops in the audio. And that's the reason why I want to get this companion board in, because I don't want to take care anymore of the VAC. I want the circumvent or to not use the VAC capabilities of the radio. Or the software. I prefer without the VAC. Direct input into the device, I think, is much better. Yeah, so you can use the CFC equalizer, both of them, and also the front end equalizer, I think, even when you have the companion board installed, don't you, over?
Yeah, I can use both receive and transmit equalizers. Let me see. Okay, I can turn off the equalizer. This is the equalizer off. With the equalizer off, and this is the equalizer back on again. I don't know if you could hear any difference, over.
Yeah, I can do. You're doing 3.1 kilohertz bandwidth, right? You want to go to 4 just for testing purposes, over?
Yeah, I'm doing a little less. The high cut here is 3 kilohertz and low cut is 60. So I'll move it up to 4. Let me see now. Coming up. That's about. That's just over 4 kilocycles now, over.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There is a little bit of cracking when you were changing it, but I think it's because you just moved the slider, right? So I think it's better to type it and then push the enter button to avoid issues with clipping and stuff like that. So yeah, wow, it sounds absolutely fantastic. Believe me, are you aware I'm doing the live stream, so you can listen for yourself on the live stream as well, Gear, over?
Yeah, I know, but that's on a different computer, so it's a bit of a hassle to turn it around, but that's all right. I did a short recording of you, yeah, and I'll play it back to you. Let me see now. I just got to go and change this. Hang on. Yeah, I tried to type in 3,000, but it ended up at 20,000. That's a little bit too much. But here's the recording I did from you.
To not use the VAC capabilities of the radio, I prefer the software. I prefer without the VAC. Direct input into the device, I think, is much better. Yeah, so you can use the CFC equalizer, both of them, and also the front end equalizer, I think, even when you have the companion board installed, don't you?
Yeah, that was. I hit the record button while you were talking there, and playback with the transmit button in. So that enables you to play back over the air, over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I need to get used to it. I just widened my bandwidth because last time I spoke to you, I was not doing 4K. Now I am doing 4K. Let me just even go to 5K. I don't see anybody on the agent frequency, so this is 5K. Yeah, the way I change the bandwidth is not using the mouse and because you get clipping. Let me see. Let me show you when I do that. So this is what happens on the audio when you just do it by using the slider. Okay. I'll just unkey and key up again because then there is some clipping going on. I think the software is updating the hardware and is doing the job. So now I got the 5K bandwidth. I'm just wondering how it sounds. I'll make a recording of yours as well. I'm not familiar with the recording. It happened to me a few times that when I hit the record and play, that my Tethys is crashing. So I'll do the same for you on your next transmission and let you show. But yeah, you are in a more privileged situation than I am because I'm doing this YouTube live stream. But I'll do it anyway on your next transmission. So how does it sound now that I got 5K in bandwidth, over?
Yeah, okay, very good, very good. It's not very much different in my ears anyway, but I'm an old man who used to have been on the radio for many years, and I've damaged my hearing, I guess. So let's see. I'll just play it back to you.
Recording. It happened to me a few times that when I hit the record and play, that my TIT is crashing. So I'll do the same for you on your next transmission and let you show. But yeah, you are in a more privileged situation than I am because I'm doing this YouTube live stream. But
yeah, that was it. So back to you there, Kurt. 0170FFLA50.
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you.
So let's see. I'll just play it back to you.
Recording. It happened.
Okay, so that was my recording for you. Yeah, there's so many features, isn't it? And it's amazing that they can make it for such a cheap price. It is just absolutely insane, isn't it, Gear? I never thought that they would be able to make a radio for such a price that has so many capabilities, you know. I'm not sure if you heard the conversation I had with Robbie in Ireland, but I had issues with bandwidth to the radio, and then I had all these VAC drops. So that is the main reason why I would prefer to have a direct microphone input with the companion board. So I'll install the companion board anyway. What amplifier are you using combined with the Hermes Lite? Are you using an amplifier at all, or and which one are you using? I'm using the Micro PA 50. If you go on AliExpress, you can see how it looks like. I have it also mentioned on my QRZ page, and I'm using it together with my OM Power 2000 Plus amplifier. So I've got 2 amplifiers in line. It's not ideal. I think it's not really recommended to have 2 amplifiers, but I need to bring that 5 watt up for the drive of my OM Power Plus. So I could eventually go full drive with the Hermes and turn off the small PA50. I will do that on my next transmission. See if you see any difference. But yeah, it seems to work and do the job for me. And I got the compression turned at about 4 dB at the moment. So there you are. Okay, I'll pass microphone back to you. But thank you so much to give me the details. And I just want to know one question. Upgrading the firmware, how would you evaluate the firmware upgrade? Is it difficult, or is it a pretty easy, straightforward process? Back to you, over.
170FFLA50. Well, I'm not particularly good with computers, but you know, if you follow the description on how to do that, it's not difficult at all. Take your time, and it's pretty easy. You got to use a different software. It's a different software. Remember the name of it, but SDR Plus, I think, SDR Plus or something like that. And it has a feature for upgrading the firmware on the Hermes Lite 2. So just go to the Facebook group there for Hermes Lite 2 Plus, and it is described. So it took me, I guess 10-15 minutes to do that, so it was all right. But as I said, there was also a mechanical job that had to be done. You had to disconnect or remove a small coil on the circuit board, on the main circuit board. So, but that was I've done it with a pair of small pliers. Okay, very good, Kurt. Nothing else here. Yeah, about the amplifier, I'm using the SDR, Sierra Papa Echo SPE Expert 1.3K amplifier. Mine has been modified. I had to send it to Italy. There was a fault on it, and they did the modification to it, and they asked if I wanted wanted the modification done to allow it to be driven by QRP power. So I accepted that, and so now I'm able to run full power with just 3 to 5 watts input. So I don't have to use any PA in between. Kurt, go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Well, you got my dream setup actually, Gear. And by the way, you're a real Viking, huh? You don't unsolder the coil or the. I think it was a resistor. I thought it was a resistor, but maybe it's a coil. I'm not sure. I just gone over the page of Hermes Lite Plus. But you're a real Viking. You crush it. You're not unsoldering it. You're just crushing it. Go for it, man. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I was thinking of purchasing the SPE 1.3 KFA, but yeah, I don't know if the original one is going to work well with the Hermes Lite. The reason why I want this one is just the footprint. You know, you got the Hermes Lite, which is extremely small, and then you got that amplifier that is extremely small. It's just, you know, you got a mini station with maxi output, you know, on power and on audio and on quality and on everything. So it's mini, but it gives you maximum capabilities. And the reason is because my wife is from Thailand. I am also licensed in Thailand. I've got my call sign there. It's Hotel Sierra Zero Zulu Papa X-Ray. And it would be very convenient to have a very small footprint for traveling with the gear. So that would mean that I think the amplifier is only 7 kilos. I'm not sure if you got the SPE with the antenna tuner built in or without. I was thinking of the one without because you get an extra 2 kilos, I think, if you have the one with the antenna tuner. So yeah, but you got exactly the same setup that I want to have and carry it with me to Thailand. It's gonna be very convenient because you know, very small. You can put it in the luggage. You don't have to take care of too much weight. It's only 7 kilos. Hermes Lite is negligible. So as far as weight is concerned, and nobody will ever notice it's a radio. So it's very convenient. No questions asked. Over.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think mine's 9 kilos. I got the one with the ATU in there, so I'm very pleased with it. And the main thing, it switches band, you know, by band sensing from the input signal. So it's very convenient in that respect. All right, Kurt. Thanks for the chat. I wish you a good afternoon and talk to you again. And good luck if you decide to do the change there to HL2 Plus. All the best. I'm sure you'll be pleased with it. ON70FF LA5ZO.
Yeah, QSL sorry, LI5ZO. Okay, yeah. Just one question before you go, and then I will not ask any questions anymore. The standard SPE 1.3 KFA, would that be okay, or do you really need to do that modification on the input power? Over.
Well, I really don't know what the standard delivery is now, because they made 3 versions, and I was version number 1. I don't know what version number 3 would be. You'll have to ask the company over. Okay, yeah, I think the as far as I do understand, it's auto sensing as far as input power is concerned. So I think normally. I spoke to a local friend here, Oscar November 5 X-ray, and he told me that normally you should not need any modification at all. It will do the regular power output. So it's on my bucket list. It's an expensive amplifier, and yeah, I think yours is also without the antenna tuner. 73s, take care. Thanks for the very interesting chat, Gear. It's been very, very educational for me. And I also want to point out that in the chat box we have ON8 Echo India. That is the guy I have to point to with my finger that got me involved with the Hermes HI. 73's Gear. Lima India 5 Zulu Oscar ON7 OFF. Over.
Okay, any other stations? Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot, we are standby. Again? Station who was calling, can you make your call again, please? Italy Zulu 6, Foxtrot Alpha Sierra, is that correct? Okay, Italy station, can you repeat your call one more time? I pointed the antenna towards Italy now, so it should be a little bit better. Go ahead, over.
Italy Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray.
Okay, Italy stroke Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. Thank you, Oliver. Sorry, I didn't pick up your call sign correctly straight away. Too many things going on here in the shack. I need to do a lot of things and tweaking. This is Kurt here, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, KURT, and the QTH is Brussels. Go ahead, over.
Thank you very much. You're 5858. Northeastern part of Italy, and here for holidays. Next to the Canale di Titolo is river or something like this next to Savannah, and I have an ESU ST897 with an headset and 100 watt microphone to you, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot from Oscar Echo 6, and Italy / Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray.
Yeah, okay, QSL Oliver, India stroke Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. Seems many people are on holidays, aren't there? So very interesting to have all these people moving around in Europe. Oliver, there is a little bit of a distortion in your audio. I think it's on your side. I just turned off my noise reduction to find out if it's on my end or on your end, but apparently that's how I receive you. Oliver, the name here is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, like Kurt Cobain. And I get you in here with a 5 and 8 report, sometimes speaking to 5 and 9er. Go ahead, Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray in Italy land. This is ON7OFF, over.
This is Italy / Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. Thank you very much. You're also 5858. The position of my antenna is not too bad, but I was working here for probably 20 minutes, so I want to stay here with my radio. In the hotel I have an air where I should my antenna. And handset, and self-skilled handset, and answer the button to my F3
Yeah, okay. A little bit of a difficulty to copy you and have a comprehensive conversation, Oliver. Just because of the, I think you get some RFI feedback in your gear. I think it's caused by RFI feedback that you have in your gear. So I would suggest, Oliver, come down on the live stream, type in my call sign on YouTube, and try to listen for yourself how you sound. You will figure out that there is indeed an issue with the receive here on your audio. So I think you have a little bit of an RFI. Maybe you might be in the line of the antenna. Maybe you should try to get the radio further away from the antenna. Or maybe decrease your power, but we might lose you because you're close to my ground floor noise at certain moments. India stroke Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray from Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot, over.
This is Italy / Oscar Echo 6, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. Yes, I'm already listening to your live stream, but without audio. I will listen and I will try to put it to get a better position for it. Yeah, microphone, back to you.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I got a couple of stations also watching with us on the live stream, and I see I've got a Norwegian station who is telling me that I'm fading out, but I think it's just because I turned the beam towards Italy. Thank you for calling there, Oliver. If you need my assistance with tweaking the radio to make it work and sound a little better, just give me a shout. You can use the live stream. I'll just continue the live stream another 15-20 minutes, and then I'll probably just go QRT, but I'll let the live stream roll on so people can test their gear, and I can point the antenna towards Italy so you can check it out. But I think personally, I think it's all because of some issues with basically very simple thing. Probably you're facing some RFI feedback on the radio gear. Back to you there, my friend, for the final 73s, and I really appreciate coming back to the call. Italy stroke Oscar Echo 6 Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. This is Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. Over.
Oscar Echo 6 Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. Thank you very much. I will try to position the radio better. Look at right.
73s, I'm going to turn the beam towards Norway again because I had Lima Bravo 0 Foxtrot India who is on the site. So I'm going to see if I can get a hold of him. Let me see. Let me turn the beam towards the Norwegian area. One moment. Turning it as we speak. And I've got it turned to the north. Okay, there you go. Let me see the call sign again. Lima Bravo 0 Foxtrot India from ON7 OFF. How do you copy? Over.
ON7 OFF Lima Bravo 0 Fox India. You're 5-9 now with the beam in my direction there, Kurt. Just watching your stream a little bit and thought I'd get you in the log there. Over.
Yeah, QSL, welcome on the live stream, and hopefully it's working fine. I'm doing some live streams from now and then. But it took a while because I've been, tweaking with the Hermes Lite here with this particular new setup. Marius, I think it is. I hope you're doing fine. So yeah, it's not that I was fading out. I was just pointing towards Italy. I had a weak copy on the Austrian station that is in Italy on holidays, Marius. 5-9 plus, as you can see on the live stream. You're blowing smoke over here, mate. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you for that. Thank you for the 5-9. There is a little bit of QSB, but you're almost 5-9 most of the time here. Name is Morton, Mike Oscar Romeo Tango Echo November, and I see we had a QSO last year at about this time as well here. So just enjoy your live stream, and just thought I'd get you in my log. Good DX, and enjoy possibly a pilot there. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I think we have a very, localized sporadic E propagation here on 20 meters. I don't see much happening on the scope here. So, that's sometimes sporadic E can be interesting because it can be very local, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. But I like the one that we have today because it's kind of steady. I am able to engage conversations that are a little bit longer than just a simple 5 and 9 report, Morton. So, and that's always, interesting because you might exchange some very essential and interesting information with each other. By the way, fine business. What is the radio? Just tell me what is your gear that you're using, Morton. LB0FI ON7 OFF. Over.
ON7 OFF Lima Bravo 0 Fox India. Yeah, we're running an IC 7300 today. 100 watts into an NFET half wave, I think. Yeah, the switch is on the NFET half wave. So 100 watts into an NFET half wave today. Usually my go-to setup. It usually works most of the time here. Over.
Yeah, QS. I see you in the. I see you also in the chat box. So I'm gonna turn the beam towards Ireland. Fantastic. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, I think you heard already what I'm running. I'm using the Hermes Lite 2. It's a new radio. I have to make it sound as good as I can because I need to be an ambassador for open source hardware and software. And all credits go also to John there, who is also listening along with us, Oscar November 8 Echo India, because he was the ambassador, and he gave me also the how could I say the task to also be an ambassador for the open source radio, running this with a micro PA 50 amplifier and OM 2000 plus amplifier. I'm just running about 300 watts into a 2-element cubicle quad, so you get a rundown on the working conditions, Morten. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. You have a fantastic day. Thanks for checking in, and you can have me now in your logbook. Lima Bravo 0 Foxtrot India from ON7 OFF. Over.
ON7 OFF LB0 Fox India for the final. Yeah, the Hermes Lite looks like a really interesting radio, so I've been looking at those. It's not on my current purchase list, but if I find one at a good price, it probably will be. So anyway, thank you. Enjoy your live stream, and see you down the log.
73s, and take care. God bless, and come again when you hear me around. No problem. Thanks for being on the live stream as well. Lima Bravo 0 Foxtrot India, ON7 Oscar November 7 Oscar Fox clear. Bye bye. Okay, one moment. I'm going to turn the beam towards Ireland because I am pointing towards the north, and I want to talk with my very good friend Mr. Yu. Oh my God, I haven't heard from you for a awful long time. Echo India, what was again? To Hotel India. Go ahead, you. I hope you still have me there and the propagation is still rolling. Go ahead, over.
Yeah, hello, Court. How are you? A very, very good morning or good afternoon to you. 5 and 9, Court 59, and I just happened to be tuning across the band, and lo and behold, I said, there's a familiar voice. Court, great to hear you. It's been a long time. Hope all is well. 5-9-59 here into Southwest Ireland. You were a little bit stronger earlier on. You were nearly 10-20 over S9 at one point when you were talking to a chap in Italy. And then you pointed the antenna towards Norway. I was still hearing you 5-9. And you're 5-9 still now since you turned the antenna here towards Ireland. So propagation might be changing a little bit. Anyway, hope all is good, Kurt. Running 100 watts here, 100 watts. And the antenna, would you believe it, is the G5 RV. I'm just using the G5 RV here today. And I thought we'd try it out here just to see. I was on 40 and I left it connected, and when I was tuning across 20. So how are you being, Kurt? How are things? Hope all is good. ON7 OFF EI2HI, over.
Echo India 2 Hotel India, ON7 OFF. I'm fine, mate. I'm testing this Hermes Lite radio. I'm surprised that you recognize my voice. I thought that maybe with this Hermes it would change my voice in a exotic tropical female voice, but it didn't. Over.
No, you recognize the voice straight away. I said, no, nice. I was just checking. I didn't even hear a call sign. And I was thinking to myself, hold on, that voice is very familiar. I said, that's Kurt. And you hadn't given your call sign. So no, it's very much you. Exactly as I would hear you on our local repeater system here when you called through at Bronzello. So you sound exactly just the same as you are as if you were on FM coming through our system here, over.
Yeah, QSLU, yeah. Well, I need to dig into the software that can transform my voice in a sexy female voice, so I'm pretty sure if I can figure that one out, I'll get some serious pile-ups, mate. So yeah, I think that's the next step in what I'm doing here with the Hermes Lite, because it's all software controlled. So who knows? I think we're very close to getting there, because there's a lot of AI software that they're developing right now that can mimic voices from other people. And you speak into the microphone and it transforms my voice into the most tropical, exotic female voice on the band. Over.
Very good, Kurt. Well, I wish you well in your goals in achieving that. So, but you really are sounding very, very good. Tell me, Kurt, for the logbook, what's my report? Over.
Obviously, you're 10 dB over 9 without any problems there, you. It sounds absolutely fantastic. I was on the repeater on the Southern Irish network, I think it was on Friday, but nobody came back and I turned it off. So I'm not sure if it's still running through the Zella. Over.
It's quite possible it might have been off Friday for a little while. I'm monitoring it at the moment, Kurt. I'm monitoring it at the moment. Anytime I'm in the shack, I do monitor it. By the way, Kurt, I have changed the radio since our last HF QSO. I'm now using a Yaesu, an FTDX 101. And I'm using the I'm using the SSM 75G mic that came with it. So we are using a different system here to our last time. The last time we had a HF QSO, I was running a Kenwood, a TS480. But at the moment, I'm running this Yaesu FTDX 101. And I'm still navigating my way around it, learning a little bit as each day goes by. So hopefully I'm not overdriving anything and we're sounding okay at your end, Kurt. Dry, bright, beautiful day here in Ireland. Temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. Sun is out at the moment. 50% cloud cover. But overall, lovely day here in Ireland, Kurt. ON7 OFF EI2HI, over.
EI2HI from Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot returning. Absolutely fantastic. It sounds great. I do not hear any distortion at all. It sounds the way it should be, and I would say don't touch anything of it because I think you cannot make it better or sound better. And since last time we spoke, I still have my TS480 right next to me, but I'm using the Hermes right now, the Hermes Lite 2, using the TT software to control the radio. And I'm using basically the same microphone. I'm still using the Behringer C3 that I was using on my TS480. But this radio here has a lot of capabilities. I can go very wide in bandwidth. I can do a lot of equalization stuff. So it's very interesting. And I'm running still my OM power, but at the very lowest setting I can possibly do. I cannot go lower in the power with my PA. Micro PA 50 amplifier, and I'm running about 250 watts. So it's very. I need to say hi from ON8 Echo India. He is also in the chat, so I need to pass his greetings. He is having his lunch and listening to my boring voice and my rattling on the radio. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good indeed, Kurt. And hello to John, ON80i. Yeah, I see him there on the comments box as well. I saw him earlier on it. I wasn't sure he was still listening. And I think there's Garrett in there as well, up in County Wicklow. I think I saw him commenting as well there, Garrett. I forget Garrett's call sign, but anyway, he's in there as well, or was in there earlier on. Yeah, well, Kurt, you sound really good. Really, really good. And for me here, as I said, I'm on 100 watts at this side. And the antenna is a G5 RV. It's a full-size G5 RV. That's up about 40 feet in the center, very slightly inverted, running north-south, I should say. So you're coming in broadside into it. But yeah, you're really, really good, really loud and clear, and I wouldn't change a thing. 10 dB over S9 on that last over. I have no preamp on at all. It's a true reading, and solid super signal from your end, Kurt. And I don't know if John ON80i, I'm assuming he's at work today. I know what John does. For us here in Ireland, it's a bank holiday. It's a public holiday here in Ireland. It's for no reason. It's just called the August bank holiday weekend. So most people are off work today. And I guess that's the reason I'm on myself at this time of the afternoon. I was off work today. So we just go out to the shack and had a play around. And when I heard your melodious tones coming through, Kurt. But those Hermes radios, they're becoming very, very popular. A lot of people here in Echo India that I've been hearing a lot of talk about them and have invested. And they all sound very, very good. And it's amazing those features, just like you have on your screen there, that is available and for all the rest of us there to view. It's amazing how it can be done, Kurt. How technology has changed our hobby so much. It's amazing. ON7OFFEI2HI, over.
Yeah, QSL, I totally agree. Echo India 2 Hotel India ON7OFF. Johnny is back from work, so he's not at the job at the moment. So he's. Let me show you how. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Tethys software, but I'll display the full Tethys software the way it looks here, because I'm just sharing pieces and bits of this screen, the whole screen. This is how it looks like. So there's a lot of things you can control, and I just had to wrap my head around it as well. I'm very good on computers. I'm very how could I say with computers, but this one was quite interesting and difficult even for me. I got around it very quickly, but I was struggling with some network issues that has to do with settings that are by default engaged by Windows when you install it on a laptop. If you install Windows on a desktop, you don't have this issue, but if you install it on a laptop, it throttles the network, and they do it for a specific reason, just to actually get rid of too much drainage of your battery. But it had very severe consequences on my exploration, and also on my personal experience with Hermes, with the Hermes Lite, because I had a lot of issues to make it work. So I really thought, I almost gave up. John, he knows that. I almost gave up, and I said, I'm gonna ditch it. I'm done with it because it just doesn't work. And then November 8th, Sierra Delta Romeo told me, like, oh, probably you have some throttling going on your network. So add this into your Windows registry, and it just solved all the problems in one go. And there you go. So that's the situation here. So there you go. I'm showing on the live stream the entire, Tethys software. I'll just go back to the previous way of sharing my screens. But it seems to do the job. It's really absolutely insane. I didn't know you have a public national holiday. We will have a public national holiday next week on Wednesday, John. You over?
Yeah, ON7OFFEI2HI. We have it here every year, August Bank Holiday weekend. We also had one in the June Bank Holiday weekend, which is the first weekend in June. This is last Bank Holiday now until the October Bank Holiday weekend, which is the one sort of before Halloween. But it's always a Monday. I guess they have it the day after a weekend, so it kind of makes a long weekend for everyone, Kurt. The only time we would have one a midweek is if it was St. Patrick's Day. That's the only national holiday or bank holiday, or should I say a holiday, public holiday that's midweek. It depends on what day the 17th of March lands on, or indeed Christmas, of course. But all the other public holidays are a Monday. You know, they're Monday, your Easter Monday, and your May Bank Holiday weekend is normally a Monday. It's a public holiday on the Monday. They're normally a Monday for us. But the only time they're midweek is if it's the St. Patrick's Day one, Kurt. But all very interesting on the Hermes Lite, and but no, it sounds great. Audio is very, very good. All the features there on it, all very interesting. I was looking at the screen with the volume down and trying not to get, how do I say, there is a time lapse, as you can imagine. So I'm hearing you live here on my radio, and I had the volume down on the YouTube. And I'm watching all the features there on your screen, Kurt. So, all very interesting. I'm going to have another listen there for another, watch the screen a little longer before I QSY again. Kurt, I'm very aware that there's others maybe waiting on your live, waiting to give you a call. Plus, this opening may not last. So just in case we lose one another, I'm going to keep it short. But what a pleasure to hear you on. All very, very interesting in relation to your setup there. And I'm delighted to get such a strong signal report from you, considering the power I'm running here and the antenna. So I'll leave it back to you for a final, and I'll let you work some of your other viewers there who might want to call in at Kurt. But do call again on the Southern Ireland Repeater Network at some evening and we'll have a chat. If I don't reply, Kurt, I assure you, if I was in the shack, I would reply. Or if I went in earshot of a radio, I will always reply to you. If you don't hear from me, you can only assume I'm away or not about. 0N7 OFF EI2HI, over.
Yeah, QSL EI2HI ON7 OFF. Pleasure is all mine, and I'm sharing the full screen now from the Hermes Lite, so you can see how it looks like. I'll just go full screen with it, so you can see. And as you can see, I'm just driving with 0 at the moment, so I'm at the lowest settings as far as I'm driving my amplifiers. So I get still about 200 watts out, so which is more than enough with this particular propagation. Thank you very much, Hugh. Pleasure is all mine. Maybe you can check together with John. Maybe he might just catch up with you as well. I wouldn't be too surprised that he wants to have a little chit chat with you as well, mate. You take care. I'll talk to you soon. Best 73s, and yeah, I'll jump on the repeater network a little bit more often if I can. I have plenty of time when I'm driving to the job every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've got an awful social life because I'm working every weekend while everybody is off, and I'm off when everybody's working. So there you go. 73s, you take care. Echo India 2, Hotel India from Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. God bless you. Stay safe.
Yeah, okay, very good indeed, Kurt. Yeah, I often, John joins our local radio club on Zoom. John is originally from Cork City, or from Cork, from this part of Ireland. So he joins our radio club, and I hear John on from time to time for sure. Kurt, you have yourself a great afternoon, a great evening, and thanks again for calling me in. What a pleasure. Great surprise there to hear you on air. 7-3, Kurt, and regards to all there and all your listeners and viewers there on the YouTube. ON7 OFF. This is Echo India 2 Hotel India here in Southwest Ireland. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Good evening, good afternoon. Take care and enjoy the beautiful summer that is coming. We had awful weather, but I think the beautiful summer is along the corner. 73s. Echo India 2 Hotel India, Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. We're standby. Bye-bye.
7-3, Court. Bye-bye.
Italy Whiskey 1 Papa November Whiskey.
I'm going to go down to 160. I'm going to QSY 160.
Italy Whiskey 1 Papa November Whiskey.
Correct, plus or minus QRM. Sorry about that, Court. 160.
Okay, there you go. You is off on 160, so there you go. India Whiskey 1 Papa November Whiskey. Go ahead, Mr. Gianlucio. Over.
Okay, thank you. Italy Whiskey 1 Papa November Whiskey from Genoa, Italy. Over.
Yeah, QSL, Gianlucio Lucci. This is ON7 OFF return. I got you on the back of the beam because I'm pointing towards the UK and towards Ireland right now. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. The operator here is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. And you're close to my ground floor. You picked up a little bit. Propagation with Italy is kind of erratic at the moment. Go ahead, India Whiskey 1, Papa November Whiskey. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox. Over.
Okay. I just recorded
Okay, QRP acknowledged.
Italy Kilo 2 Delta Juliet Yankee. I get to DJY QRP station. Over.
Okay, yeah. Okay, QSL. Gianlucci, I will turn the beam towards Italy because I've got another QRP station calling. So the QRP station, just one moment, be patient. I'll turn the beam towards you in a second, and I will give you the microphone in a few minutes. But Gianluigi, yeah, fine business. I'm turning the beam towards you in the hope that I can get a better receive on you. So I'm heading my antenna towards Italy. Gianluigi, yeah, how is my signal now? It should start to improve. I I think I've got it pointed towards Italy right now. My rotor system is going crazy. I need to have a visual. I need to go and look on the camera and see if I have the antenna pointed into the right direction. I need to check what's going on. I'm going to do that by the end of this month. Okay, Mike, back to you there. Mr. Gianluigi, India Whiskey 1, Papa November Whiskey from ON7 OFF. How you copy me now with the antenna pointed towards you? Over.
Okay. A bit of Christie, but I understood Benny. And your signal is variable from 5.9 and 5.2. It's very jumping for the signal. And like QTH is with a little antenna and fed antenna and wire antenna, and with Yaesu ST840. This is my desk. Okay. For you, for the confirmation, I will log in QuartZ.com. QSL.
Yeah, QSL, no problems at all. Thank you for doing so, and I will also, log you down here in my logbook. You are already in the logbook, and I'm doing the live stream, so you can also listen how you sound. Okay, Gianluigi, I have another Italian station, QRP station, who was calling me, and I always want to give priority to QRP stations, so I am going to leave you. Thank you very much for the contact. I wish you a fantastic evening. Enjoy the heat out there and send us a little bit of that sunshine that we absolutely need. India Whiskey 1, Papa November Whiskey from ON7 OFF. Bye-bye, 73s.
Bye-bye, best wishes for you.
Best wishes, 73. The QRP station only, make your call. Yeah, okay, QSL, India Kilo 2, Delta Juliet Yankee. Mr. Giuliano, nice to meet you. You are 5x7 to 5x8 here in Brussels on the live stream. Very good signal from your QRP station. Propagation is very good today here on 20 meters, coming from all directions in Europe with the sporadic E. So the gods have been polishing the sporadic E layer or the E layer for us. Go ahead, Giuliano, I think is your name. India Kilo 2, Delta Juliet Yankee from ON7 OFF, over.
Kilo 2 Delta Juliet Yankee QRP station. Thank you for come back to my QRP station. I'm running with 3 watts output into a long wire, 16 meters long, so it's not much. I'm here in the vacation location and in the mountains around 1,200 meters over the sea level. Nice to talk to you. You're also signal reporting the 5 and 7, 5 and 8. 5 and 8 are your last transmission. Very, very good.
Thank you very much, Giuliano. It works fine there with the QRP setup, and yeah, very pleased to make your acquaintance. I just want to comment and thank you also to Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar. I know you've been, Carl, you've been quite interested in my endeavor with the Hermes Lite, and I know you also have the Hermes Lite. I think we spoke with each other on the Google MOOC groups as well. So thank you also for being along with me. And unfortunately, we don't have the propagation with North America. 73 is there, Giuliano. Take care and God bless. India Kilo 2, Delta Juliet Yankee, ON7 OFF. We're clear. Bye-bye.
Thank you for the contact. Very pleased to get you again on the band. Thank you for coming back to my call. 73 and ciao from Italy. OS7 IK2CJY, you are ciao.
73, grazie mille. Good evening and good afternoon. ON7 OFF clear. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna have to go QRT because yeah, I want to give some credit to my voice as well. I've been working yesterday, but there you are. The Hermes Lite is working really fine right now, so I'm really happy with the results. And what I will do, I will just leave the stream turned on a little bit. If you want me to turn the antenna towards your direction, let me know so you can do some testing. I will widen the bandwidth, the RX bandwidth to 5K. I don't see too much of a hassle with that. I see some noise there, maybe like 2-4. Let me see if I can go 5K wide. I'll check it out. Yeah, if I have 5K, I will take that one here, that one here, so that QRM. So I'll do 4.5K. I think that will eliminate it, or 3.8, something like this. Okay, so I'll go QRT. Thanks for being on the live stream. If you didn't make it, sorry for that, but keep on trying, and subscribe to the channel so you have my whereabouts. So I'll just let the live stream roll on a little bit. So you guys, if you want to do some testing, let me know. I'll just stay in the shack a few more moments if I need to turn the antenna to your QTH if you need to test your gear. So 73s, thank you for being here, and I really appreciate. Thank you also, special thanks to Oscar November 8 Echo India, who has been helping me a lot with the Hermes Lite. Also to Echo India, Jesus, I forgot all these call signs. Nigel, who also helped me a lot. Yeah, it's an endeavor. Thank you very much. ON7 OFF, we are clear. I'll turn on the receive again, and I'll just let the receive roll on a little bit. I will just go up and down the frequency. It seems that nobody is listening to us, so yeah, I will just go up and down the frequency, see what happens on the band, just out of curiosity.
IU2 IEDU calling CQ on 20.
Так, сейчас, секунду. Почему не открывает?
From Echo India, number 2, Hotel India. Very good, Hank. Your sound.
В общем-то, сейчас эта техника с прямой цифровкой уже никого не удивишь.
Very, very nice.
Very, very good. Very, very excellent. BBC quality, Joe. BBC quality. Anyway, Hotel Alpha 2, Echo Alpha Victor, Italy Tango 9, Stroke Oscar November 2.
The time is Tom, Charlie, Hotel Alpha, Mike, Carmen, Bavaria. I've had many contacts into Norway. I've done already contacts, I'm sure.
I'll say, all those yeah.
True, Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, question. Okay, Hotel Golf Q, number 3, Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha, question. Okay, thank you very much. 70, bye-bye.
On over. I'm doing well, thank you very much, Ron. I hope you're keeping okay. You sound very good indeed, but today, over. Yeah, up and down here, I have made 31 contact here at 12 meters. The band is open, but no one's in home. Hi, over. Lovely, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Papa Echo Station. Papa Echo, go ahead. Papa Echo 1, Kilo Charlie X-ray. You're 57. 57, Roger.
Oscar Echo 5, Sierra Mike Uniform, thank you for information, my friend. Best 73 and you and your family, fly my joy, Obi, and see you in the future. The last over, 5-8, loud and clear. Very compliment for your reach. Thank you and see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, 73. My best regards.
Bye-bye. Chi was that? Italy Tango 9, stroke Oscar November 4, Echo Norway Lima. Chi was it?
Mike Whiskey 0, X-ray India Charlie Mobile.
At the station mobile, please start again.
Mike Whiskey 0, X-ray India Charlie Mobile. QSL?
Roger, mobile station, Mike Whiskey 0, Papa India Charlie, stroke mobile. Good afternoon, my friend, and very compliment for mobile station, because your signal is very, very good, 4x5, 4x6. And my name is Lillo, Lima India, Lima Oscar. QTH is Siculiana is Sud port from Sicily. Microphone mic to you, my friend. Mike Whiskey 0, Foxtrot India Charlie Mobile, Italy Tango 9, stroke Oscar November 4, Echo November Lima. Go ahead.
Italy Tango 9, stroke Oscar November 4, Oscar November Lima. The call sign here, Mike Whiskey 0, X-Ray India Charlie Mobile. X-Ray India Charlie Mobile. QSL?
QSL X-Ray India Charlie Mobile. My call sign is Italy Tango 9, stroke Oscar November 4, Echo November Lima. Echo Nancy Lima. Anyway, thank you for your call, my friend. Best with the tree and you and your...
Kalima. Oscar Lima. Very good afternoon to you. Nice signal. You're 5 and 9.
Okay. Saying you are 5-7 in Bavaria. Can you give me your locator, please?
The locator is India Oscar. I think India Oscar 80 Golf Sierra.
Juliet Oscar 80 Golf Sierra. Is this WhatsApp? Okay, India Oscar 80 Golf Sierra. WhatsApp? Okay. Okay, Bob. So, good luck to you. 73. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the reason I say believe so is because that's what this logging program is telling me, but I don't know how accurate it is. But there we are. Thanks very much indeed, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you, Oscar 6, Charlie Foxtrot Bravo.
Yankee Oscar 6, Charlie Foxtrot Bravo. Hello, Lucy. You're 5 and 7, over.
Okay, so you're 5 by 7 now, 5 by 7.
Thanks so much, 7-3.